Max Currie, and I am playing Abel. Abel is someone who plays by the rules and does what he is told, and doesn't necessarily have that same fire to kind of see what's beyond, and kind of wants to make peace with what he has, which is very different from his brother. Which I definitely have parts of myself that are like that. But yeah, I think I'm, someone who cares about bringing people together and kind of being the glue in any group of people, and I kind of feel like that's the role Abel plays in this family. So believe it or not, I've actually done this show now 3 times. This is the 3rd time that I have done it. It's one of those shows that has always stuck with me. From the first, encounter I had with the score to, the productions I've done. To me, it's about family. It's a biblical tale, it's an epic, but it's really a very intimate, personal tale about, cycles of kind of generational trauma and the way that we kind of carry the burdens of our ancestors and kind of breaking that wheel and stopping that cycle. This is my first time playing Abel. So the first 2 times before I played Japheth, but secretly I actually kind of wanted to play Abel the first time I did this. Weirdly enough, just because I felt like I kind of connected with that character. And here we are, 3rd time is the charm, I guess. I think now I'm a little older and have a little more life experience under my belt, and I feel like I've spent more time with people of different walks of life and perspectives, and I feel like that allows me to kind of have a more open mind when doing a show like this now, and kind of seeing things less from a perspective of like right and wrong, who's good, who's bad, and more so kind of why do people make the choices they do, Well, I feel like for people who even haven't seen the show before, anyone can relate to disappointing their parents or, wanting to choose something different from kind of what your parents and the people who have come before you have done, wanting to kind of forge your own way in life. I think that kind of transcends like religion, the Bible, anything like that. It's really just a human story about like how, the people we come from kind of influence us to be the people we are, and there's the part of us that comes from the people that came before us, but then there's that special part that makes us unique and allows us to be our own person. What I think is interesting with this character is I feel like Abel is a really good example of how your strength can come from your capacity to love and forgive and have an open heart. And strength doesn't always look like force or aggression or rage. It can look like something much softer, but that can be, where real strength comes from. Oh gosh, I'm gonna say cabaret. I'm gonna say falsettos. And I'm gonna say Sunday in the Park with George.